Welcome back to Obligatory Podcast, episode 31 with Kermit and Myke. I did that backwards, but it's okay. Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Yeah.
Episode 31.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You
I
know,
always mess that up,
only
man.
31 episodes. You think you get it right by now. No.
You know what it is? I see the clock going, and it's going super fast, and I feel like you have a certain time.
There you go. I fixed it.
Yeah.
There you go. Covered up the clock. No pressure now, man. Just me and you.
Well, you listen to Obligatory Podcast. You can hear us on iTunes, Spotify. You can see our videos on YouTube. And I think that's good. What's up, Myke? Welcome back. Why do I say welcome back like there's a commercial break? There's no commercial break.
No, I think you were just welcoming me back into your home.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That was it.
Welcome back to my home studio.
Thanks, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what? We were supposed to talk about...
The last time I saw you was Wednesday night.
Right.
We did the Myke Louie and Friends live at the Orlando Improv. That was August 29th. And I got to tell you, man, I was very, very happy with the show.
It was a good show.
It was a good show.
Damn good show.
For an off night, it was a great crowd. You know what's funny? 2 years ago, we did that show, and we packed the place out.
Yep.
And I think with that level of expectation, I was going to be disappointed if we didn't do it again. And we didn't. I mean, it seats, 250. We had 130, and they came in all at the last minute. So I was trying to do that thing in the green room where I'm not going out looking, because the last time I walked out, there was like 12 people, and I knew 4 of them, you know? But then it's, it all at the last minute started filling up. There was some weather, some traffic keeping people out. And Ken Miller's the best, though, man. I love Ken, because Ken was there to support us, and he ended up doing a few minutes, of course. But he came back. He's like, man, don't feel bad, bro. It's off night. These are good numbers for an off night. You're a no-name. He's like, plus JayZ and Beyonce are down the road, bro. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, JayZ and Beyonce are down the road, 65,000 people. I'm like, yeah, because that's my demographic. You know, that's exactly. There's someone who was sitting there Wednesday night with like, well, I know JayZ and Beyonce are in town. I already bought my tickets for $10,000, but Myke Louie, he's doing a show. You know, I in my head, I think I mentioned this to Ken. I'm like, in my head, I was wondering if maybe JayZ was down at Camping World Stadium pacing around. He's like, there's only 64,900 people out there tonight. I feel like we're like 100 short. And Beyonce's like, it's cool, babe. You know, Myke Louie, he's down the road at the Improv.
Yeah, that's what
we knew this was going to happen.
Dude, $10,000 for front row.
That's what I heard.
Who is spending that much money to watch people dance and sing?
I don't know, man.
That's ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
Who's got $10,000 in Orlando?
I don't even want front row. I'm so old now. I'm like, I don't want to be in any stand-up area. I don't want to be in any pits. Like, I'm the type of guy who, like, if I go to a concert, I don't get the lawn seats. I get the actual seats, and then I get mad if people in front of me stand. I'm like, sit down.
Dude,
I would like to see Dave Matthews' face, please.
You have a problem people standing. Imagine when I have people stand in front of me.
Oh my God, you need to be front row or on shoulders.
I'm on someone's piggyback.
Yeah, it's just you and every girl under 120 pounds on some other dude's shoulders. You're just bouncing beach balls around each other in the pit. It's great. Man. So I was happy with the show. You know, it was a small audience, but they came out for a good time. You did a great job hosting.
Gracias.
Yeah, Charlie Bowie lit him up with a great feature set. Of course, Eric Lutz came out. He did his thing. I always love watching Eric. That's why I put him on any show.
Great that night.
Yeah, I love watching him perform. He's so much fun. And then Kevin White, of course. You know, Kevin. It may not sound like I'm like, oh, he did great. It's because I just expect Kevin to do well. You know, it's more if Kevin didn't do well, I'd have something to talk about. But he went out there and he did a great job. And then Ken Miller went up and worked out some new stuff.
Yeah.
Then I went up and I had a lot of fun, dude. I mean, that audience was just, when you get on stage and you haven't even done a joke yet, and you're just like spitballing ready. Some stuff about what's going on, just kind of bring them in, they're already on it. You're like, dude, this is just a great night.
You hated my intro.
Oh, yeah, your intro was terrible. Your intro was horrible.
I thought it was great.
Your intro was like you were leading a pep rally for women's basketball or something like that. It was.
They were with me.
Well, you know what? We might have to get a clip of that intro and put it on here and do one of those cheesy little Facebook voting pages. Do you or do you not think this is the most horrible?
I had the whole crowd.
Yeah, what the hell was that, dude? I felt like I was in that movie The Warriors or something. You were just like about to incite a riot. There was nothing.
I hyped you so much, and then you came on. Hey guys.
Yeah, No, they thought Meatloaf was coming out to perform. Like, you wanted to dim the lights and just like start the opening chord of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. I was like, I'm just here to tell jokes. I don't know what the hell all that was about.
That was funny.
Yeah, like if you were hyping, like maybe you should have been at the JayZ show. Like, Orlando, Camping World Stadium, Beyonce, y'all ready? Come on, he's the GOAT. You got to do better than that. Follow me. And that was horrible because it was 90% white people, and they couldn't get. They couldn't get. They were my people, and they were.
I had to stop it twice. Like, no, with the beat, with the beat.
It was just such an awkward intro.
It was still fun.
Yeah,
it was still fun.
Yeah. So yeah, no, man, that was a good time. And then I was sitting back because that was at the end of my. I just done 2 weeks on the road with Dustin, and I kind of been dreading this show because I was like, man, I just want to be done. I want some time off, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm headlining my own show Wednesday night, and then the stress of promoting your own show and not just performing on it. I'm like, please let enough people show up to make it seem like I can get another show, and that happened, so I'm happy with all that. But then I was like looking at my calendar, I'm like, well, August was good, but September's looking pretty bleak, and then I sat there and go, well, it's okay. I was out a lot in August. That will make up for it. Everything washes out. And then part of me was still going, no, I kind of need to be on the road. And then I got a call from James John, and he had got offered a gig opening up for Mark Curry. Do you remember Mark Curry from Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Cooper. Yeah.
Yep. So he's down at Off the Hook this weekend. He's there Thursday through Sunday. And James was unavailable to do the gig, so he mentioned my name, the booker. And the booker's like, yeah, if he's available, I'd love to get him down here. So they're bringing me down there. Wednesday night, I'm headlining my own show at Off the Hook. And then Mark Curry comes in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I open for him. So that's really cool.
How far is that?
Off the Hook is about a 3-hour drive from here.
3-hour drive,
It used to be in Marco Island. Now they're located like in Naples. And
Fort Myers is north?
Yeah, Fort Myers is north of Naples, I believe.
From Orlando. So north. Okay.
No. From Orlando, it's south. Yeah,
okay.
south. You go over to 75, go to Tampa, head south for about an hour and a half, I think. So I haven't done that room in a while, so I'm really looking forward to being back in there. And then the very next day, I get an email from Louie Anderson's agency, and I guess he's coming through for a Florida tour.
How many dates?
4 dates. It's September 27th through the 30th. He's in Ponte Verde, which is up by Jacksonville, I believe, Clearwater, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and then Key West, Florida for 2 shows. And it's funny because I've worked with him before, but it's always like a text or an email from him like, hey, do you want to work with me on this
No Orlando
gig?
Love, huh?
Yeah, this time around it was just a straight up his agency. He's got people now dealing with me. And but I was excited to do that. So like all within 2 days, my September filled up pretty nicely because they're all decent gigs. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, just came off a 2-week run with Dustin Screech Diamond from Saved by the Bell. Opening this week from Mark Curry from Hanging with Mr. Hooper. And then at the end of the month, I'm working with Louie Anderson, of course, was the host of Family Feud, had the show Little Louie, the cartoon, and of course was Baskets Now. But I'm just like, man, if 1993 me could see me now, he'd be like, dude, you are all that in a bag of chips. Like, seriously, dude, if this was 1993, I'd be pretty famous.
You'd be pretty famous right now. Dude, like, see, that's what I'm telling you, though, man. I told you about this. You didn't believe me. You shitted on my theory.
What's your theory?
Maybe it was somebody else, but I think it was you. I'm retracting, but I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it was you.
You're backpedaling a bit.
I'm backpedaling a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's you. I told you this because we were talking about like how you don't get gigs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you just got to let the universe, you got to put it out there that you want to work, and then the money comes into you.
But I did the opposite. I literally said to myself, I don't want to do comedy right now.
That's what I'm saying though. But like, you're still like kind of like you're on that high. Like I'm still positive. I kind of don't want to do it. I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah.
And it comes at you.
Yeah.
Because that happens to me all the time with like DJ gigs and like comedy. And
that's the thing. People don't understand. Like, okay, yeah, we have an amazing job. Our job's a lot of fun, but a lot of the work isn't that 45 minutes or 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 2 minutes in your case that you're on the stage. It's the actual, all the other stuff, the driving, the traveling, the in and out, and the politics of it all, and the bookings, and the getting paid, and there's just all the other stuff that goes with it that's what burns you out.
Right.
You know, if you could just be that guy that gets on a bus, closes your eyes, shows up, and they're like, "Okay, you're on," it'd be great.
That sounds horrible.
So it's like it's like every other job. It's like sometimes, you know, especially after coming off a long run, you just want a day off. You just don't want to do your job that day. You know,
that's every day with me. But
yeah.
I take that back. No, I take that back.
I was going to say, good thing. How many parents still listen to this? The parents of the kids
I
that
don't
you...
want to deal with your nosy little kid.
But it's like, my kids understand, though. Like, I had got done telling them, like, hey, you know, the nice thing is I come off the road, I do this improv show, and then I got a couple of weekends home with you guys. And then when this came up, you know, Aiden especially, my oldest, is old enough to understand. It's like, yeah, Daddy needs to go do shows one day. I can do shows. So, you know, especially when it's like good quality shows and not just, you know, playing in a bowling alley.
Bowling alley shows.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But that's part of the reason I was late getting here tonight, because I actually have to leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning, go down there. They got me doing radio to promote my night tomorrow night. So I got to head out to Fort Myers. They wanted me to come out today, check into the hotel so I could be there in the morning. I'm like, I got too much going on. You know, I'll leave at like 4 o'clock in the morning, get down there at 7:30, or, you know, whatever, and just do the radio and stuff. But then they don't have me. I should have kept my mouth shut, because they don't have me checking into a hotel till tomorrow, and check-in time's like 3 o'clock. So,
you idiot.
Me idiot.
Yeah, you should.
I just can't
your mouth shut.
I can't see how a booker sits there with a straight face, tells you to come in, do 3 different radio stations, be done by 9:30, and you can't check in your hotel till 3 p.m.
You should have just took the day. Like, yeah, I'll go there tonight, and then change my mind.
I wasn't really thinking, because this specific gig usually doesn't give hotel for their features. So, you know, I'm only headlining tomorrow night, and then I'm featuring the rest of the week. But when they called me, it was like a last minute thing. And they're just looking to fill it. And they usually tell features, we don't give you a hotel, which is kind of ridiculous.
What is it a hotel or motel? Like, 'cause I recently stayed in a hotel this past weekend, and I felt like it was a motel.
Yeah, here's the answer to that. If you open the door to your room and you're outside, you're in a motel.
That's what I said. That's where we're at. It was like a serial killer buffet. It was just like they just open the door, so the driver their car right through.
Yep.
That's
if you open the door and there's headlights of a car that's not yours, you're in a motel.
You're in a motel. They're like, no, there's a hotel. Like,
But so I was just happy, because, like I said, usually they go, hey, the feature, find your own accommodations while you're here, or it comes out of your pay or anything. But they were in such a pinch, they're just like, oh no, we'll take care of your hotel. So they're giving me 5 nights at a good hotel. I wasn't gonna go and push for,
6.
Yeah, I should have though.
You should have.
I should have. We'll see. I'll poke around. I'll find a Starbucks. I'll open up my laptop. I'll be that guy until 3 o'clock. And most hotels, when I go
check in till 3.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Every now and then you find a decent hotel that's like used to dealing with comedians, because that's the one they go through the most time. So you'll get like one, and if they have a room open up and available in time, they'll throw it to you. You know.
All right.
But yeah, man. So the other thing is, I didn't plan on leaving, this week. I thought I was going to be home. So then today just turned into getting everything done that I thought I was going to take care of. I just mowed the lawn Saturday, but not being there with this rain and everything, dude, it was ready for another mow today. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to leave it for 5 days, So I was that jerk out in right before I came here. The reason I texted you, I'm like,
you're
hey,
cutting the grass now.
I was cutting the grass, and I felt great about it. I felt amazing about it.
Why is that?
Because
that's your workout for the whole year?
No. Because my neighbors, fuck you. Because this is better. This is good cardio. Because my neighbors have that lawn service that comes in, and my sleep schedule. I don't fall asleep till 6 a.m. So they got that lawn service that comes like every Tuesday at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and so I'm like, this is perfect. Sun's down. I know they're in there relaxing, everything else. I'm like, oh yeah, I had fun.
You got a push mower? I
do have a push mower, but it also has that
automatic. The wheels go.
Yeah, it's not 4-wheel drive. It's 2-wheel drive.
That's fine.
Yeah, it makes all the difference in Florida grass. It really does.
It's gas, right?
Yeah, no, it's not one of those, like, you can get away with up north. Those ones that. Not even electric, just the little. You ever see the rollers, the wheels with the blade on them?
Yeah,
like the old school. You can get away with that up north where it's thinner grass.
Not here.
My grandfather had one of those. I used to mow his lawn all the time. And yeah, that doesn't work in Florida.
Hell no.
Yeah. Even now, like my father for Father's Day actually got me a lawnmower, and it's got that assist with the 2-wheel drive. And I'm like, man, I wish they had mowers like this when I was a kid. He's like, they did. I'm like, how come we didn't own one? He's like, I had you guys. he's like, I had a fully self-propelled mower.
Yeah, because what you got? This asshat has a lawnmower. That's electric.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and I always make fun of him.
That's fine if you got like a little lawn.
No, he has a big yard.
Really?
And it's on a hill.
Is it one of those ones that like, oh, the mower can also turn into a weed whacker?
No.
Because there's that out there.
It looks like a mower from like Fisher Price.
It's
garbage.
Oh, man.
And he's always out there
I looked at him. And baby's mama was like, when we were shopping for mowers, like, well, maybe you can get that. And I'm like, hey, are you the one mowing it? No, then I want the monster truck of mowers. I want several birds to die every time I run this thing.
I used to have one you ride.
Yeah.
I used to cut lawns like that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I used to drive around the neighborhood.
Did you ever have this? You see the stand behind ones?
Stand behind. Oh, they stand on like a
it's almost like it looks like almost a jet ski almost.
What's those things that everyone's like the hoverboards or whatever?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, no, I never got those.
Yeah. It's funny though, because you see a lot, like especially driving through my neighborhood, I see lawn guys all the time because like I'm the only asshole mowing my own lawn. Everybody else has like a service, going on. And I just look at those guys and I realize those are the guys that started cutting yards when they were like 15 years old for $20 and never did another thing in their life.
I was on that path. I thought I was going to do that.
I got to tell you, sometimes I want to go back to it.
Because the money is freaking ridiculous.
Dude, you can't find someone to touch your yard for less than $50 now. And that's bare minimum, no bagging, no trimming. We show up, have one of those riding things.
All it costs is time and gas.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
I used to do that for full time for 3 years.
The first 2 weeks I was in this house, I didn't have my own mower because I'd been apartment living for so long where everything was all included, or townhouse living and stuff. And I had to hire service too. I'm like, I'll find someone. They'll come by. I even talked to my neighbor's guy. I was like, hey, man, you're already here. It's not a huge yard. Why don't you swing on over here? I'll throw you $20. He laughed in my face. He's like, yeah, what? I'm like, dude, it would take you literally 5 minutes, because he's got like swipe, 48-inch deck, on the mower. Didn't want it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm in the wrong business. Man. I'm sitting here working on writing jokes, traveling. Not having a place to sleep from 10 till 3 tomorrow, and this guy's just like, yeah.
Isn't it back? Can't you go back to the old days where you grab up some of these new open micers and be like, hey, you want to do a feature set on my show? Cut my grass. Yeah. You don't do that? That doesn't work?
Was that ever a thing?
I got fooled.
Like a bartering system for stage time? How many lawns did you mow?
A lot.
You never mowed a lawn for stage time.
Hell yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, man.
Who?
I'm not gonna name names.
Name names.
James John. No.
You did not mow James John, because James John. If you mow James John, he's the same thing. He's town home living. He made you do work that was already getting done.
I cut somebody's yard for stage time.
No, you did not.
I'm fucking around.
Lies. I apologize on behalf. We've always provided you with nothing but the truth and the facts. And here's Kermit just fabricating things.
I'm just saying. I was just trying to make these guys cut grass.
But it just upset me because the reason I'm hustling so much is not only because, I want to get it done before I go, but I also found out that baby's mama had called the landlord. Like, everything's been going fine in the house, but we noticed kind of like a little bit of moisture in one of the closets.
Between your ass.
Can't we just have a serious conversation?
Go on with your moisture.
It was so moist. So moist.
You're moist.
Like a Duncan Hines cake. Ever so moist.
So moist.
Oh, are we doing that? So moist.
You're so moist. Just push it between your lips and
just massaging your...
All right, again.
All right.
I got something moved down there.
Yeah, that was my phone.
Okay, good. It wasn't in my pants though.
But so she called the landlord, and I guess the landlord happens to be in town tomorrow. So she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll come by, take a look at it. I think it might have something to do with the AC unit, just like where the air handler is or whatever." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, the landlord's coming by tomorrow?" And you know how you live in a clean house.
Okay.
Until you're getting company, and then there's a different level.
Oh, yeah, you got it extra clean.
Yeah. So I had loaned I got a nice weed whacker for Father's Day as well. And I've gotten this thing where our good friend Kevin White doesn't have one.
Do you lend all your shit to people?
But here's how it works with Kevin. I go ahead. I bring it to Sluice on Saturday night if I'm in town. He brings it back to me during the week. I do my.
Didn't
not
work
a big
out.
deal. I didn't know I was going to have to be weed whacking because the landlord coming over. And I don't have a hedge clipper, so I've been doing that really dangerous thing where I just take
lift
the
the
weed.
lawnmower?
No. I'm not forklifting the lawnmower.
Oh, okay.
But I take the weed whacker and I just, hold it like a boom mic at
Yeah.
shoulder level. I haven't done that in a few weeks. So the hedges out right in front are pretty high. They're supposed to be like, 4 feet, and they're up around 5.5. So tonight, another reason I'm late, I'm like, well, man, I got to knock these out. I don't even have the weed whacker to do that. So I have these little freaking hand pruners, not even hedge clippers.
Like the gardener shears?
Like the little gardener shears. I'm out there in the dark with the friggin', I'm like, fuck, just goddamn, I'm Karate Kid Ralph Macchio bonsai treeing it out there. Just snip, 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 25 minutes to like cut. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. But, I'm doing that thing where I'm rushing around.
You did it at night. That shit's going to be all uneven when you go out this morning.
Tomorrow morning. Compared to what it was, it's fine. And, and then the inside of the house, like, man, I moved in. I put the stuff in the garage, and we're still unpacking stuff. So the house we're living in it. Everybody's happy, but there's still boxes of stuff to unpack and everything else. Of stuff. None of it's mine. None of it's mine. Which makes it harder. Kids crap, baby's mama's crap, which makes it harder because I don't know where stuff goes. I'm not allowed to touch anything. I pay all the bills, but God forbid I make a decision in this house. So it was rush around, cut the yard, do the pool, do the clipping stuff, and everything else before I could make it over here tonight. And the other thing, man, I got my electric bill, and this is my 3rd month living in the house. So the first month, it was for a partial month because I moved in a little bit early and what I had left at my other place.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, that's a bit high, but I understand. I'm paying for 2 places, blah, blah, blah. The second month, it was really high. And I was like, okay, well, we need to look into that. I'm like, but then again, it's my first month with the pool. I've run the pool pump a lot. And it's summer, so AC and everything else. And then for the past month, I did everything, turning off lights, blah, 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 everything else. And all it saved me was $10. My electric bill was $268 for the month.
That's it?
That's it. What you pay here?
I think the highest already so far is like a 280.
Really? Well, you run everything.
Yeah, I run everything. Yeah.
You leave lights on for the dog. You play Alexis for your dog while you're gone.
Alexis.
Is it Alexis?
Google, but okay.
What? That's not Alexis?
I thought for some reason I was thinking something else.
What were you thinking of?
Lexus, like the car. I was like, Lexus? Oh, wait, he said Alexis.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Kind of like on your Facebook the other day.
Oh, dude.
When you put, man, I love the sound of someone falling off a curve in their flip-flops. And then, because it means someone busting their ass. And then me and Jeff Jones were just like, oh, man. Yeah, are there a lot of curves in your neighborhood?
You know what the sad thing is? I was reading the comments like,
you didn't catch on to it.
And then I looked, I was like, oh, my God, I spelled curve wrong.
I'm like, I remember when my teacher used to grade on a curb back in high school. Like, literally, I'd see him sitting out there with papers.
I meant to spell curb, C-U-R-B, and I spelled curves.
Curves, and then we just hit every curb pun we could.
And
then you went back and changed it.
Damn right I
like
did.
A douche. So it makes our stream of brilliant comedy make no sense to anyone else following along.
I'll go back and I'll put in parentheses. I put curves. I messed that all up.
Too little, too late. So, yeah. So, but the electric bill, man. So now I'm online, and did you know there's actually it's electric bills? I don't know how I've gone this long without knowing this. There's actually, it's like Uber. There's peak hours and there's off-peak hours. Did you know this?
I think so, but go ahead.
I didn't know this because I never see the bill. I just get an email from baby's mama going, hey, this was the electric bill this month.
Email. You can just talk?
No. I'll show you after the show. It's just
Jesus
emails.
Christ, guys.
It's emails.
Your situation is crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. But so I never see like itemized or anything else. And I didn't know there was peak and off peak. Like apparently 12 to 6 are your peak hours, and you can be paying up to 5 times more per kilowatt hour.
Isn't that because the AC is running harder because it's hot outside?
I think it's because that's when most people are productive. If you think about it, most businesses are open during that time. There's just that demand for electricity during those hours. So it's like everything's working harder and everything, kind of like exactly like Uber. They can charge more because it puts more of a load on, I guess that's what, regardless. Apparently 7 at night or 9 at night till 7 in the morning are off-peak hours. So guess when laundry's getting done in my house from now on? Guess when dishes are getting done? Guess what? You want to read by light? You do it from 9 p.m. till 7 a.m.
You're going back to I got Amish time. Where
people, I'm buying candles. Every day is Hurricane Day in the Hurley house.
What are you doing? I need to do homework. You turn that laptop off. You use this paper and pen like a man.
What are you doing? Using this abacus.
Yeah, abacus. You're over there.
But Dad, my calculator's solar powered. Nope, they found a way to charge us for the sun. Dude, I'm serious. I need to get that built. That's a car payment.
Well, it's maybe because you have like crazy light bulbs in your house too.
No,
you buy all that high-end bullshit. You don't have like energy savers.
No, because baby's mama's really good with the whole. She's the recycling environment, buying everything. Like, I like chemicals. I like things that clean things. And she's like, this was made from the blah blah blah, a dandelion and everything else. I'm like, great, but how's it for taking shit stains out of underwear? That's what I want to get to here.
I mean,
the only reason there's no bugs in our house? Do you know the only reason there's no bugs? DT? This is why. Because I went out and I bought this insecticide for like home barrier protection where you spray the inside of the house. You got the little spray pump.
That shit don't work.
It does. She didn't want me to use it because of the chemicals in the kids, and she had this like all natural 7th generation blah blah blah.
That shit ain't gonna work either.
So we fought about it, we argued about it, and I'm like, fine, do whatever you're gonna do. And I gotta tell you, she put down that all natural stuff, and like within days there were no more bugs, there were no more ants. We didn't see any roaches around except for the ones that had maybe passed away because of it. And she was like, see, I'm like, yeah, I gotta admit, it worked great. And you know why it worked great? Because when she took the kids to school one day, I went through that fucking house with the chemicals and I sprayed everything with poison. And the poison dried and the smell was gone, and I aerosoled the house and left the windows open and everything else. So she can go on thinking, thank God she doesn't listen to this podcast. She can go on thinking that her little healthy mantra crap of snake oil guy in the back with daffodil juice squeezing it into a blender and selling it off as bug extraction shit works, and that's fine. So guys, what I'm telling you is don't even pick the fight anymore. Just go, yeah, do whatever you're going to do. As soon as they turn their back, be the man you have to be and take care of business.
This is the jizz of a toad, the predator of all bugs.
Yeah.
Spray the jizz of the toad all throughout the house.
Hello, thank you for calling Pools, Tools, and Extermination, man.
All y'all come down. We're going to exterminate all kind of infestation and bugs and stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering how much for a 1/4 ounce of the frog semen?
Frog semen, man. I got you covered, man. Let me go.
Well, I don't want to be covered in frog semen.
I'm going to go milk this thing right now.
Wow, they really are hands-on over there. I really do appreciate that with Pools Tools Pizzeria.
Pools Tools Pizzeria and now Bug Killer.
Oh, man. So, yeah, dude, that was it. That was busting ass to get the house taken care of. And I got to tell you, my biggest fear when I went on the road for 2 weeks was leaving baby's mama to take care of the pool. Because the pool's like my private project.
Don't you have the robot in there?
Oh, the robot that came with the house has never worked. It always gets stuck in one place. So I went out and bought like the manual attachment. So you actually have to go out.
Do it yourself.
Yeah, but I honestly think that works better because you're sure to hit like every spot. And those robot ones, the good ones, are expensive, man. You pay like $500-600 for those, and for a house that I'm just renting right now, I'm not ready to make that kind of investment, especially when the electric bill is $207. That's a car payment, man. I think I said it, but it bears saying again. That's a car payment, man.
And you get yourself a $5,000 bed that hooks up to the wall and moves.
I can't even fathom. You know why you have a $5,000 bed?
That fucking bed.
Because you don't have 2 children. You can go out. You're sitting on so much money. When you have children, it takes away the problem of figuring out what stupid shit can I spend all my money on.
Yeah,
like it's figured it out.
We're good, man.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, you're comfortable. One of you has a job in a very lucrative profession in Florida, and the other one teaches karate. So.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, man. Have you? I can't believe I actually heard about this and you weren't that interested because you're a DJ and stuff, and I figured you'd be on top of this.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not be interested in like the what is it, Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly? That whole. You're not.
Who cares?
None of that rap battle stuff ever phases
man.
you. I just find it funny.
I think I would have been more like, ooh, damn, like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Eminem's like what? He's our age.
Well, that's why I kind of feel like for Eminem. I kind of feel like he's the old man in the ring, and you kind of got to root for him and stuff like that. But more importantly, you remember the good old days when rappers would just shoot each other.
The good old days.
I mean, we grew up. That was the time. It was like you didn't get multiple. Like, how long did Drake and whoever go back and forth? It's like, this is the 6th diss track. But it's like, dude. You got one, and then someone said, okay, load up, boys. Here we go.
But it's always like a high-end rapper.
Yeah.
And then like who the hell is this guy?
And that's how they
trash.
make their name, right?
Right. So like for me, I was like, who cares? Like when it was Biggie and Tupac, I was like, oh. Ooh. And now it's like, it's Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly. Like,
but I like how
the guy from Jackass. Who is that?
I like how Eminem did like one line, and then
this guy put out a whole song.
His feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
He went out.
Yeah, no, I don't care. And I didn't really enjoy Eminem's new CD.
Really? I haven't listened to it yet. I'll be honest with you.
I'm an Eminem fan, and this one was just kind of like, meh.
Let you down?
Not let me down. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's just right there.
I don't know, man.
I got to listen to it again. Everyone's telling me I should listen to it again.
I haven't heard it. I read the lyrics because I'm old. I'm like, oh, let me go online and see what this guy's saying about this guy. But that brings me up to the other thing, man. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves is people that just...
Being fat? Being old? Being fat and old? Being fat and old and a comedian?
At least I got a full head of hair.
Hey!
What? Oh, too far?
Oh,
too far?
Don't look at me.
You know why you like to wear the headphones? It covers the bald spot. How you like that? You want to go for feelings? Let's go for feelings. I might be fat, but I got a full head of hair. If that's what you meant, fat head of hair.
No, it's just it's a calic. They say.
Yeah.
It's a calic.
You know what? You should just go and become Jewish so you can wear a yarmulke and nobody will stare at you.
Genius. I'm becoming Jewish.
Puerto Rican Jew.
I'll get a little Puerto Rican hat. What's it called?
Sombrero?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a mini sombrero.
A mini yarmulke sombrero.
Yeah.
Those things would sell.
That will sell like crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, but no, this has always bothered me. People who just play their music annoyingly loud.
Yeah.
Like people who play their music how come it's always people with the shittiest taste in music that play it so loud out of their fucking
car? I hate
car?
the chopped and screwed music too.
What's that?
It's where they slow down the music and it sounds like the devil's talking. And the bass is like really bassy and it like rattles the car. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's
like,
so
and
annoying.
bass was a huge thing back in the 90s. Like everybody, but you know what? I feel like people did it right in the 90s. Like if you heard trunks rattling, people would laugh at you because your shit was horrible. It's like you can have all the bass you want, but if you haven't figured out how to insulate it properly, you know. I remember the 90s, people, their stereo systems were more expensive than whatever car they were in. But people took the time to do it right. And even then, I was still like, okay, it's annoying. But now you see a little Ford Tempo 88 going down the road with the muffler hanging off, and they're like, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, dude, your song sucks.
It's always shitty.
It's never like a great song. No one's going down the road blasting Mozart. You know, it's never like.
But now it's also kids that are like, they're playing their music out of the backpack because they have the built-in speakers in the backpack.
That was the other thing I was going to get to.
And like, I was at Kiki's breakfast diner.
Does she love you?
No, I got it. The Drake song, so horrible. I'm glad everyone gets hit by those cars. But I was at a breakfast place called Kiki's, and two white kids walked by and they're playing like the most song with the most N words I've ever heard. And I'm like, you're white. You're white. What are you doing listening to that?
I can't stand those people. I can't stand people who don't wear their headsets when they want to listen to music in public places, like they're sitting in a restaurant with a Netflix on.
Like
they don't even have their headset.
Oh yeah, it's so.
Or they're
annoying.
in the airport. Whenever I'm in the airport, it's like, dude, Don't put your shit on me. And then the thing I hate the most is if you say anything, they give you the look like you're out of line for mentioning that. I'll be like, hey, man, you mind turning that down? Dude, I can do whatever. I'm like, you can. It makes you a bit of an asshole, but you can. You know, I feel like I should start this, like, GoFundMe. Like, maybe I should just stop assuming that these guys are just pricks and assholes and assume that even though they're wearing, like, the new, you know, Kanye line, everything, maybe they spent all their money on shitty clothes and sneakers and they don't have money for headphones. I should just take up a fundraiser so that we can go around with headsets and just walk up to them and kind of be like those people. Remember all those commercials where they went up to the starving kids and handed them, like, hey, for 79 cents a day. Maybe I can be like, hey, guys, I'm Myke Hurley. And the trouble facing our country today is people who can't afford headphones for their shitty music. For just 79 cents a month, you can help DeAndre get a fucking pair of headphones. DeAndre's just sitting there on the stoop looking all sad, listening to Drake.
Thanks, yo.
Thanks. You know, it's just been hard, man. It's been hard.
And then he robs you.
Okay, just to be fair, we'll go ahead and, like, we'll have Hayden listen to... what do white people listen to? I don't even know.
Green Day.
Fuck you. Green Day. Green Day can be played. Green Day should be the national anthem. Green Day can be played. There's not a loud enough volume for Green Day to be played. Green Day should be played through a speaker that goes into a microphone that's played through another speaker.
And then you guys follow it up with Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah. And then we end it with We Are the Champions.
Or Kiss.
Yeah, because we like songs. White people like songs that, I think we've discussed this before. The dance moves are in the song. Like, we love Jump Around.
You like Directions.
You're a DJ. What songs do we love? We've talked about
Cotton
this.
Eye Joe.
Oh, God, I hate that song.
You love it. You love
What?
You're even tapping your feet right now.
Yeah,
you know the
I gotta
song.
pee. That's got nothing to do with it.
Look at you, about to come out your skin.
I feel like Roger Rabbit when they do the...
He bursts out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a white boy anthem.
Oh, here's something that came up when I was driving Dustin Diamond all over the state of Florida. Who controls the radio?
Driver.
Done.
Unless you give permission.
Right.
To the passenger for being the DJ.
You don't get to get chauffeured around and control the radio. I'm driving. I know what needs to be on for my attention to keep me awake and stuff like that. I don't know how this rumor got out there that, like, oh, passenger shotgun is the DJ. Not in my car.
Is that what you guys argued for hours?
No, we didn't argue for hours. I just turned it off whenever he had a song. Dustin is one of those guys that if he goes, hey, man, have you ever heard of this obscure band?
Oh, is he stuck in the 90s?
No, I'm stuck in the 90s. Like, if you check my Pandora right now, it's like, the 90s are great. Let's have a festival. That's the name of the station on my... Yeah. Dude, when I'm out at the pool with the boys, it's 80s, 90s, aughts. That's it. No good music came after, like, 2007. Nothing.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah. So, but Dustin was just like, oh, man. He'll be like, let me play this one song for you. They'll play this one song. And if you don't like it, he'll proceed to play every song on that album, trying to prove that he was correct. That you're going to find
like ska bands and crap.
He likes metal. I can't do metal while I'm driving
because I like metal too, but
I like a mix. Like if you're gonna, I like to go back and forth. I don't like you to put on the whole Pantera album and play it from beginning to end.
No, like I like Static X.
Yeah.
So, but like in spurts, I can't listen to the whole thing after a while.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Yeah. And I don't know, just when I'm driving different times of day, I need different types of music. You know, like a lot of my nighttime driving, I pick more fast-paced stuff and stuff like that. But if we're like singing traffic, don't fucking play Machine Head on me.
Were you guys singing, like doing like karaoke in the car?
I don't even get it, dude, because he like slept most of the way everywhere we went. But like he noticed if I changed the station, he'd be like, or change.
He wakes up,
yeah, because he's got his iPod. Like he still has an iPod, not his iPhone. He still has the iPod with like 42,000 songs.
He's got a
on
Zune.
It. Yeah, I actually bought one of those once.
A Zune?
Yeah,
I never bought one.
I bought it because it was $10 cheaper. It was a gift for somebody. I'm like, oh, they're the same as iPods, and they lasted nowhere near as long. It was so annoying. So
garbage. So this past weekend, I went to that famous place you like going to always, the old Oldest place
Rachel's?
in Florida? No.
Rachel's?
Not Rachel's.
Diamond Dolls?
St. Augustine.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. Yeah, that place. Not a strip club. St. Augustine.
I would love to believe that you go to strip clubs, but I know your money situation. You would not go to a strip club.
My money situation doesn't mean I don't go. It just means I don't get any of it.
Are you that guy? One drink of fruit punch. Just sit in the back.
No, I think everybody who knows me knows that I don't do gentlemen's clubs.
Your eye was twitching.
I'm sorry. It's the moisture. I was mowing the lawn earlier, and there's still
the little grass hedge in your eye. Oh,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a BooBy bar in years.
A BooBy bar. The fact that you call it a BooBy bar makes
BooBy
me
bar
never
sounds
want to
funny.
go with you.
Let's go to a BooBy bar.
Let's go to a BooBy bar. Why? You can just rub the top of your head. It's like a tit.
Oh, that hurt.
I'll put a suction cup on there. It'll be a nipple.
I got no follow up from that.
Rogaine.
I use it. There's no lie. I can't even deny it. Son of a... Yeah, man. I went to St. Augustine. Whatever.
Nice,
I'm
man.
changing that crap.
Labor Day. You went up there with the girl?
Yeah, man. That's exactly what you said. It's just a bunch of old people,
World's oldest gift shop.
and they have all the old faces.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a...
I do like it, though. I mean, there's something about the history. Like, you went to the Castillo. Is it Castillo San Marco or the Castillo San Marco? It's the fort.
The fort.
That used to be the main defense of St. Augustine. Like, you can still see where the wall went around the whole city. And I think that fort has been occupied by, like, the British held it at one point, the Spanish held it at one point, the Americans held it at one point. It's, like, changed hands so many times. Who was
Yeah, it was pretty cool to
there.
see. It was like, but I just like, I was talking with the girls, like, what a nightmare to be, like, fighting back in the day. They show you how to do the cannonballs.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Like, I didn't know you had to like put the cannonballs steaming hot, or they put the cannonballs steaming hot inside the cannons.
What?
That way, when they shot the ships, it will burn the ships. I didn't know they did that.
I don't think they did that.
That's what the guy told me. That, unless he wasn't even the guy that worked there.
No, I don't think they did. I think they have different types of projectiles, and certain ones you could light on fire and they would use to take down masts and stuff like that. But no, not every cannonball was like...
Oh, that's what the guy said that was there. He was
I
telling
think
me,
you misunderstood.
he's probably
him.
just some hobo that
Was he speaking English? I know that's difficult
He was speaking
for you
broken
sometimes.
English.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say, this is how you do? You push the cannon to the curve?
He like, there's an app they had back in the day, and they put the app in the app.
Hello, man.
Oh, no. They put the app in.
Welcome to Pools, Tools, Pizzeria, Insecticide, and Cannon Loading.
This guy's got way too many jobs, even for a Jamaican.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think I've told you before, though, the best part is the first time I went through St. Augustine, we got suckered into one of those ghost tours.
I didn't do any of that crap. It looked dumb to me.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, we were there late at night. Nothing. That whole town closes up really early.
Yeah, it does.
You know, so if you're not going to the Village Inn, which is like the St. Augustine's version of Denny's, then you're done. They got good pies there, though. But the first time I went through, this guy was all dressed like he was an undertaker, and he had a lantern, and he's taking you through the town, telling you about like the stuff that happened, because everything's historic there. Like, you can't piss on something without it being like, oh, you're not the first person to, you know, Benjamin Franklin pissed there back and blah, blah, blah. And the best thing about the ghost tours is some of those houses people actually live in nowadays. So, like, you'll be outside with a group of people, and the guy dressed like an undertaker will be like, and then back in 1752, a woman hung herself. And, like, some dude will lean out the window, and he's like, hey, you mind? My kids are trying to sleep. Every night you come through here with the goddamn ghost stories. I got to sit there explaining to them that it happened a long time ago and there's no such thing but ghosts. And every night you're like, yeah, the woman hung herself right in that kid's bedroom, you know? I'm like, I want my $12.95 back.
Yeah, but yeah, we went to St. Augustine with the girl, and I went up there for a family reunion, and I met her whole family. It was awkward, but it was fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
So you were up there for a family reunion?
Yeah, for her family reunion.
And was her family staying at the hotel you guys were staying at?
Yeah, everyone's staying at the hotel.
Ooh, that's awkward, because I know even when they came to visit you here, you slept down the couch to give the illusion that you weren't doing the...
No, yeah. My bed doesn't make that noise anymore. I pay for that. Not to happen anymore.
That way you tell her parents, you're like, yeah, she sleeps on a $5,000 bed. I'm on the $200 sofa still.
No, they know we're boning. And then Her mom's like, your hips are wide.
What?
And apparently saying that your hips are wide, that means you've been banging a lot.
Her mom actually said that to her?
Yeah.
Wow.
Her mom's old school.
Oh, wow. She's like, don't be use protection, though. We don't want no midget babies.
Oh, no, they want babies. She said it straight up.
What?
Yeah. She's like, when you going to make me a grandmother? I was like,
You should go ahead and get on that.
Get on making a kid?
Yeah.
I don't think it works like that.
You won't be the baldest one in the house. It's like me when I hang out with my fat friends. I'm like, I'm not that fat. You know, you'll be hanging out with that baby. You're like, man, I got lots of hair.
Screw you, man.
Pretty soon you're gonna be like a woolly willy because you're gonna have your beard but nothing up here, and it's gonna be like we gotta turn you upside down.
I don't have a beard, man. This is right here.
Just all penciled in.
No, this is like 2 years, 3 years in the making.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get patches. I look like I have like UFO crop circles on my face. It's horrible.
You look like the guy from The Mummy with all the little designs.
Yeah, little designs, like all patchy. It's horrible.
I like it.
Yeah, no, but we went up there on a Friday, and I know you don't eat seafood, right?
No.
But they do a thing called fish fry. You ever heard of a fish fry?
It's usually a white fish, like a pollock, and
no, fish fry. Like that's what it's called. Like the event is called a fish fry.
Oh, I worked in seafood restaurants, and fish fry was always just like a Thursday or Friday special where everybody gets the fried white fish with French fries and like vinegar.
No, man, this was like some shit I'd never seen in my life.
What is it?
So like all the family, they get like just like a tub of like crabs, shrimp, mussels, clams, potatoes, corn, and they throw it in one giant pot.
Okay.
And then everyone digs in it like medieval times. Like,
okay. Yeah. My mom and dad are really into seafood, so every time they come into town, we go to Joe's Crab Shack, and they do something like that. I think they call it a boil, though.
Okay, maybe it's called...
Where it's just
they call it the fish fry, though.
Okay. Yeah, but basically it's just a pot. Oh, it's like a buffet of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a sight to see.
Just seeing them all go down.
Dude.
And what sucks is I don't like seafood, and they'll come up to visit me and their grandkids and stuff, and they're like, we're going to take you guys out to dinner. And every time it's goddamn Joe's Crab Shack, and they know I hate it, but they don't have one where they're at, so they love it. And I'm not going to take that away from them. But here's the thing: there's a rule. Like you don't go to a steakhouse and order seafood, and you don't go to a seafood place to order the steak. And they have, if it's not seafood.
So what do you eat?
I'm that stupid guy that I'm like, I'll just have a burger, and I'm like, can I get that medium rare? And it comes out like a hockey puck, and it's just charred and it's horrible. How can you burn something and it's raw inside?
You just get a salad, man. You need one.
I'm working on my figure. I'm not ashamed of it. I can lose weight. You can't grow hair.
Fuck, is that what this is going all night? Dig it in,
dude.
Dig it in.
You know what? It was like karate. I only came back at you with the
appropriate
amount of force. I countered you with the force necessary to defeat the opposing force, but then you wanted to keep coming back. So I'm like, dude, if this is it, you want to keep coming back, you know?
All right.
Don't worry, dude. I'm here for you.
But yeah, no.
But your hair's not here for you. Unlike I hope your girl puts that on your anniversary card. Unlike your hair, I'll never leave you.
Oh, that's a good vow.
Yeah. Will Hageman, funny comic. He's got this great bit. He's like, man, I saw a bald guy working at the deli case the other day. He had a hairnet on. I was like, dude, they already got away. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, so that was my weekend at the St. Augustine.
Oh, good, man. You need some time away.
It was weird, though, man.
Yeah. Weird not to be working.
Yeah, it's just weird not to be working. And then it was like weird, like meeting the family. It looked like I was in a Tyler Perry movie, so it was just kind of...
Why is that?
Just like
because they were all really less funny than they thought they were?
That and that's funny. And
see, what you thought I was going to say there was, but instead
good.
I went the other way.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's comedy.
I was like the only beaner there, man.
What?
Like, if you took a photo, like, who photoshopped Kermit in there?
Like, when you guys went to the castle, you look like the Spanish guard who had made all the other people build the castle.
Yes, I look like Napoleon.
Were you really? Are you the only diversity in such a diverse family?
Yes. Or her dad's white, so it's me. Her dad was white, and then me.
Her dad was white or still is?
White. Still is. Dude, and like, so I have like a thing about teeth. Like
you enjoy the girls who have them?
I enjoy anyone that has teeth pretty much, but I don't like I don't like people that have like they talk about like their teeth being shattered, or like rotten teeth, or anything like showing it off, or like just fake teeth.
Okay.
And her father like removed all his teeth.
Ooh.
Like he got tired of taking care of them.
Okay.
That's her father. Her father got tired of taking care of his teeth, and he got tired of getting cavities and stuff.
So he went and got them all yanked and got the dentures.
And he kept talking about it. It was grossing me the hell out, man.
Yeah, did he take them out during the meal?
He's like, look, I got it.
But look, they look amazing.
I'm like, please stop.
I was dating this girl once, and same thing. Funny enough, I went to her family reunion, which I had to be like maybe 20. And I went down. I was like, stayed at the hotel, and because I slept in a room with her male cousins, and she slept in a room with the girls. Like weird. It was that type of thing, you know. Like nobody's gonna be not married. It was her grandmother's like 102nd birthday family reunion or whatever. And the next day at breakfast, I go down, and everybody had to get dressed up and everything else. And I go down, she introduces me to her grandmother, and she's like 102, and I put out my hand. She's like a little fragile thing. She puts out her hand, and she's like, I've heard so much about you. And like when she opened her mouth to say her mouth went up, but her teeth stayed down. So,
like a bad puppet.
So, yeah, and it was like, it was, so you saw the gap between her top teeth and like her dentures, her top dentures had just decided to stay sitting on the lower dentures. And then you just saw that gape home. And then they fell out. And 90% of me wanted to be that guy that if you see an old lady drop something, you pick it up. But 10% of me kicked in and said, not my job.
Oh, gross.
Because I think even if you were doing it nicely, nobody wants you what are you going to do if someone else picked up your dentures and hands it? Ask her dad next time you talk to him.
Dude, no, he's just ripping them out like they're like flowers, man. Like, I was like,
yeah.
It was disgusting.
I'm good.
Ugh.
I'm good. You got great teeth.
Thank
Have you always
goodness.
had great teeth?
Yeah, I was lucky.
It's like your teeth thought you were going to be a bigger person.
That hurts.
It's like your teeth DNA was like, this guy's going to be 6'5", 280 pounds. We need to have the teeth that match. Which is funny because then you got another guy on the scene who looks like he never lost his baby teeth, and he's like 6'5", 280 pounds.
Tooth Fairy hates him.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, but yeah, I stayed there. And by the way, you know what I noticed?
What?
Like as gross
you can
as
eat
it
a
is,
carrot faster than anybody.
That too. I could bite through that chain fence like a mug.
Yeah, wow, dude. Once you lose your hair, you're gonna look like one of those moles that just digs through the ground, and with the big front teeth and the bald head, those skin moles, moleskins.
No, I'm not losing my hair, man.
No,
it's just
you're not losing it. You've just gone your separate ways. It was a mutual decision.
Not losing my hair.
No, why you keep it in a bag so you know exactly where it is?
No, man, I'm treating it and I'm on top of it.
No, it ain't on top of you.
It's growing back, man.
You're acting like you create a chia pet up there. You're like, I'll sprinkle it. Have you explored all your options? Have you seen that like pepper shaking stuff?
I did.
What is that?
It's just a powder.
You gotta replace it like every time you shower.
Yeah, because if you get wet, it just drips down, and then because like Puerto Rican people do that a lot, like Hispanics, and like they're doing like these little sprays to like make their edge really tight.
I was gonna say I saw people the other day that are actually getting their hairline tattooed.
I saw that.
They do that shaved.
Yeah,
they try and make it look totally shaved, but it's like, dude, people that are sleeping with you know what's going on. Like from a distance, you might look like you got really, oh man, his hairline's tight.
From a wide distance.
But as soon as people are up on you, it's like, every Latino girl, like that's a Sharpie. And that's come from me who's drawn a. By the way, see how nice it's coming back in?
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's because
a caterpillar.
That's because I can grow hair. You know what I can do? We'll do that thing where we actually we take some of my eyebrow hair and put it on your head.
And put on your head.
Yeah.
Replace
like
the
what's that called?
in my head.
Yeah, because I got hair to spare, man.
That's gross.
I'm willing to donate it to you.
You seem like a hairy person. Like
I'm not
Yeti.
though. I amazingly I don't have any back hair.
Yeah, we know that. We saw photos.
Yeah, and then I got like 4 chest hairs that are like talking about getting together and making like a 5th one. That's it.
You're like a shaved sloth.
But then like my arms are pretty freaking hairy.
I don't even want to know what's going on downstairs.
My legs are pretty hairy. No, I keep that nice and trim. Yeah. By the way, ladies, if you go over a guy's house and you only see one electric razor, just know that's the same one he uses for his beard and his balls.
That's not true, is it?
How many razors you got?
I got 2.
Electric razors?
Mm-hmm.
You got one labeled B for beard and
They're
one
different colors, so I know which one it
ball?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one for down below blue.
You know, that would have been smart. It's actually the opposite. The black one is, and the blue one's for my face.
Because people constantly say, "Oh, hey, you got that nice blue face going on."
I should have put that two together. If I was smart enough.
Is it too late to switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's my. Whatever.
Yeah. Who wants crabs in the goatee?
I don't got crabs, man.
No.
No.
You're the one who likes seafood.
I don't like seafood.
You don't like seafood?
I eat fish, but I don't eat crab and those like cockroaches of the sea and shit.
See, that's perfect because Jews don't like shellfish either. So you can get that yarmulke, not eat the shellfish. Everybody's happy, and then you can give her mom the kid, and you can do a brisk.
Give her mom the kid and do a brisk.
Oh, L'chaim! Yeah.
What's the age you do get that? They get a little snip. They do that right off the back, right?
Yeah, dude. Oof. Yeah, and there's like everybody's up in arms right now about it. Like, it's
that's what I was asking. Like, what's going on
right
now? It's like a movement.
Just a lot of people are saying it's like genital mutilation and stuff like that. And like, did you get clipped?
No.
No. So you got the friggin' worm thing going on?
I got a silk worm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's not like when I seen people was like it looks like a weenus. It's like that. It's just like ridiculous.
See, I was clipped.
Mine's very small.
I was clipped. Then Aiden
not just the skin.
Your penis?
No, the skin.
Yeah. And then my oldest, he got clipped. And not the funny thing. He had, I think you know about this. He had several surgeries when he was younger because he had problems with his urinary tract.
Okay.
And the doctor actually said it was a good thing that he was circumcised because it cut down on the risk of infection and everything.
Both your kids circumcised, you said?
Well, that was the funny thing because with the second one, baby's mama was thinking maybe not. And I'm like, look, now's not the time for discussion because we already got one who did. So these kids are going to end up in the bath together, and I don't want either one of them feeling like weird. And, and then, I'm a dad, so I'd take showers with them when they were small and stuff like that. It's like, I don't want them looking at me thinking something's wrong with them. More importantly, I don't want them looking at me thinking something's wrong with mine. Because I'll be like, no, you're the freak show.
So he does. So he has a skin.
So both of them, and they were done different ways. Like,
they both got snipped.
Yeah, both got snipped. The oldest one, they actually went in and did the traditional snip. And then the younger one, they actually put a ring on.
Like cock ring.
Kind of. And this ring, off. And what happens is it falls. It's like a little tourniquet almost, and it falls off.
That's all I hear.
And for a while, I was doing a joke. And because I was talking about, him having that done. And I'm like, and they've actually, that gets rid of the foreskin. They actually have a ring that actually, takes away the balls, and they call it a wedding ring, So, dude,
I was so involved in that story. I was like, what do you mean the balls?
See, and that's how I would tell them the stories of my kid's circumcision, and then I'd go in with that, and then they'd be like, you got us. What kind of ring takes? All the married guys. That's not true. Honey, is that true? Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say right now.
It's like the good old Rodney Dangerfield.
No, I go.
Yeah, I was happy. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife were happy for 20 years, and then we met.
Oh. I say, how come you never screamed during orgasm? She's like, you're never here. I came home the other day. I saw she was banging my friend. I said, Rob, I have to, but you? I went to kiss my daughter good night. She said, not tonight. I have a headache.
Are those all Rodney's?
Yeah.
Those are great, man.
Yeah. He's a machine gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how the hell we get into circumcision talk and all this crap?
We were talking about how you use a little razor and a magnifying glass to shave your balls.
That's right. And then somehow we went into my pouch.
Yeah. Finding out so much about you.
It's weird, man.
Like, has it scared girls before?
Nah, man.
Like, there's never been a girl that went down there and was like, oh.
See, that's what I always
Or do you warn them first?
No, because
I feel like that's weird. Like, I'm asking you how you deal with it more as I'm the one who went out and got mutilated. Maybe I should be having this conversation.
You ever seen the movie King Kong?
Yeah.
And remember those worms that come out and then the skin rips back and they get like all monsters?
Which King Kong was this?
The one by Peter Jackson.
No, that was the one with
Jack Black.
Yeah, I never saw that one. No, so there were some worms in there.
There's these giant worms and they come out, and then the skin rolls back, and then their monster comes out and they eat the people. Right?
That's what you think of your penis?
Yeah.
That's what you think of your penis.
So you can't tell because the skin's back when it's happy. It's about to eat.
I think it's unfair, though. I think it's unfair that you guys get to measure your penis and count that part.
No, I don't measure the skin. By the way, like this is how you figure out how many M&Ms can you fit in your pouch.
What?
that's how you know you have too much skin.
What?
Yeah, man.
No, you need to explain. My mind's
so
blown
your pouch
right now.
is like
what? First of all, I'm gonna need you to draw diagrams.
All right, so this is a wink, right?
Okay.
And then you get the skin, right?
Okay.
So like the skin, you can has it has like the hole where the penis is at.
Okay.
So if you pull it, like some people pull it, and it's like a balloon, like a deflated balloon, like they could fit like 20 M&Ms in it.
Why would you even?
Because they're psychos.
And how many have you got?
One.
Because they're psychos. But you with your friggin' M&Ms over here.
Only one M&M, and that's as much as they can fit inside the skin. Why? Because that's
how have I never heard of such?
When you're
do you
young,
guys
you're
get together?
Weirdo. No, man, I heard about this on like
Dude,
Howard
you can't
Stern.
wear a yarmulke if you're not gonna go.
I heard this on Howard Stern.
Wait a minute, are Jewish guys circumcised or not circumcised? They are, because that's the whole bris thing. So if you're gonna wear the yarmulke to cover the bald spot, you gotta get it clipped.
It's more like Italian guys or something like that, right?
No, because no.
Okay.
They all get clipped.
I don't know then.
Yeah, who is it that doesn't get clipped? The French. Are you French?
No. I guess Puerto Ricans don't get snipped. I don't know.
Really? Is your dad snipped?
I don't know. I never asked him.
No.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's not. He might. I remember him talking to me about not getting any feta cheese on it, and I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You gotta wash it.
Yeah,
you get some feta cheese."
That's the thing with it. Like, a lot more likely to get infections. Because
I never had an infection down there based off that.
Yeah. Oh, it was other things.
No, like I get rash, but never like not on my.
Is that what you call it? A rash?
Like
red bumps are just a rash
on my side. Yeah, like on my ball sack.
Yeah, that's herpes.
No, it's not, man. It's a rash.
No,
it's gone, dude. It's like that was like when I was like.
Yeah, herpes comes and goes. That's why they call it an outbreak and not just a stay around.
It's not herpes, man. It's just gone.
It's probably herpes.
I never had it since I was like 12.
You had herpes at 12?
No, I had a
How did you get rid
jock
of it?
itch or whatever.
Really?
Yes.
Were you big into sports?
Yeah, I was big into sports.
Yeah.
I was play soccer all the time.
Were your friends jerking you off with their jock foot?
No, we weren't jerking each other off.
How you get jock itch of the balls? Athlete's foot?
No, you don't.
It's herpes.
That's what the M&Ms are for.
It's herpes.
It keeps.
You know another side effect of herpes?
What?
Balding.
No, no, it's not.
Dude, you gotta get this looked at.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No.
Also, herpes stunts your growth.
No, that's not true.
Gives you big teeth.
No, that's not true.
Dude, I think we found out so much about you tonight.
I don't like this conversation at all.
Yeah. You know what? I don't really get into this because we're not really a medical podcast, but I do have like 8 years of medical training behind me, so I'm glad that I can finally put this to use.
Your kids don't have a hood. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Do you commonly mistake words like curbs and curve?
Yes, that's
that's herpes. It gets into your brain and it affects the left Lerner region.
No.
Yep.
I don't like no.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I don't.
Do you just want to go make balloon animals with your foreskin now?
I can if you want to see it.
No, I'm good. What was that movie, Dune? That's all I'm thinking right now. The big earthworms that come out.
Yeah. Or like from Beetlejuice.
Oh.
Remember the red, the black.
Can you just ruin every movie for me? Every movie I watch now, just mentally, your cock
worm,
is going to be in it.
And then it goes like, it's like the second head comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how much porn I watch?
A lot?
Yeah. You know how many of that is dudes with foreskins?
I don't know. Is there a foreskin
like zero,
section?
Nobody wants to see it.
Is there like a foreskin
section?
It's
in crazy fetishes.
But you can't tell I have foreskin when it's freaking rock hard. You can't. Is that what you want to hear? You can't tell. You can't. I'd never walk around flaccid when they're a girl. You crazy? Like, no. You cover up and go in the bathroom, man. Yeah. After sex, you get up and move, man. You don't sit there and relax. Wow. You don't want to see that kangaroo pouch come into play.
You don't even want to see it?
Nah, it's fucking. I mean, yeah, it was my junk, but yeah, no, I don't want the girl to see it.
You know, another reason that a lot of people aren't getting snipped now is because before it was included in most insurances.
Right.
And now it's a selective add-on that can go all the way from like $350 up to like $800.
Jesus.
So all of a sudden people who are like, yeah, I'm getting my kid snipped are like, yeah, you know what? I'm not one to... And I'll tell you though, I hope they get it done when they're younger and less traumatizing, I guess.
No, dude, I heard of guys doing it when they're like in their 30s and 40s.
That's too late by that point.
That's ridiculous.
What you got to prove at that point?
That's ridiculous.
No one's even looking at your penis anymore.
No
at
one
that
cares,
point.
man. No one cares.
No.
I'd like to put little treats in it for the girl.
Back to the M&Ms. I can't believe you would do that. Like a kangaroo stashing away. It's like a squirrel putting nuts in its mouth. Disgusting.
The best is when you could take it and you could like put it over her face and like suffocate her with the skin. See, I don't have that much skin though.
No. For some reason, I'm just staring at you, thinking of you with a turtleneck and pulling it up over your face. And once you lose that hair, that's exactly what you're going to look like.
My junk.
You're going to look like your puppy's lipstick.
Man, this conversation got really weird.
Yeah, what else did we have to do? We were burnt out on topics. You got anything left?
Besides that,
Yeah,
not really. I mean, just talking about just random crap. I know the whole Nike thing is kind of stupid going on right now. You don't wear Nikes though, do you?
No.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. I wear Nikes.
Yeah.
But then I switched to Adidas because now I like Adidas a lot.
But I mean, I've never really cared about who's advertising what. It's like if I enjoy it, I'm going to use it. And I thought people were just doing this for jokes and memes and stuff. I didn't think there were actually people boycotting Nike
over Colin Kaepernick being signed with Nike.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's doing. He's just like a poster boy kind of deal.
Oh, I guess he's doing a new Just Do It campaign.
All right, who cares?
Yeah. But then someone else pointed out, I think every football jersey in the NFL is Nike. So it's like...
is it?
That's what I heard. So it's like, so what are you going to do? You're going to boycott the entire NFL? You know, that's all these people are like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you stand or sit, if you don't stand for the pledge, then blah, blah, blah. You know, I have yet to not... Those people, I still see their Facebook posts, and they're still there every fucking Sunday talking about their teams and stuff like
Pretty
that.
much.
So it's like, dude... Just keep screaming into the corner somewhere and, you know, can't stand it, man. I'm not a sports guy, so it doesn't really affect me anyway.
Yeah. So it doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think we tapped. I know we don't know. I just realized me or you do not watch football and we know nothing. I'm like, oh, God, I don't know anything else.
Well, I
don't even know what team he plays for.
But, you know, I think that's a lot of people out there. Like, I think a lot of people out there just go, who cares? You know? Like, I'm on that mindset that if you're a football player, yeah, it's your job, you know? And if there's rules at your job about how to demonstrate, like, you know what, do whatever you want in the off time or whatever else. But at the same time, I'm not going to call for anyone's end of their career because, you know, don't come out of the locker room. Don't stand, don't sit. And especially when it's such a debate right now. Like you have troops, people who are actually serving in the military, backing both sides of it. You know, you got some troops that are like, hey, the reason I fought was so that he has the right to, you know, kneel during, you know, whatever. He's like, you know, a lot of troops are like, I don't take that as a sign of respect. That's exactly what we're fighting for. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you got some other military guys going, yeah, it's a huge disrespect and stuff like that. But I think what a lot of people forget is that whole thing. The military pays the NFL so that they can go out there and do that whole pre-show thing. It's basically one long commercial for the military.
Right.
So it's like if the NFL gave a damn about being patriotic, it's like, why are you charging them money for this time? You know, I mean, if you're going to get up in arms about it, then this should be a free thing. And isn't the NFL still like a tax-free?
Tax-free, baby.
Yeah. So you're up there with church and blah, blah, blah. And we get into all that crap. And then I'm like, it seems to me you're just picking and choosing, you know, what you want. I don't know.
It's funny that what about the little child labor laws or the child sweatshops making the shoes? They don't care about those guys, do they? They care about this one guy kneeling. So whatever. You want to boycott Nike.
I mean, I get it. And it's like when we go to clubs and some clubs ask us not to do certain material. And you can, you know, if you want, you can stand your ground and be like, no, I got to do this material because blah, 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 blah. And they have a right to go, well, then I can't work you here because I can't have you do blue material. And that's your decision, you know? So on one hand, I sit there and go, you know what? If you don't want your players to kneel, then just be like, hey, this is what we do. And if you're going to kneel, then stay in the locker room till the game starts.
Right.
You know, or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the answer. But I feel like when you're on someone else's payroll and you're on someone else's time, I mean, I've had real jobs and they suck. People come in bitching you out about something you had nothing to do with that day, but because you're the face of the company, you got to sit there and take it. And you can't go, hey, go fuck yourself. Don't talk to me like that, because you'll lose your goddamn job.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where it falls into play. It's like, are you an employee at this point? And, and does that, what they're asking you to do, stand for the pledge, does that fall into a position where employers aren't entitled to ask you to do things that go against your, personal beliefs?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
At the end of the day, who cares? You wear what you want to wear and you do what you want to do.
Yeah. And
so
I'd like to see if any of these team owners and everything really cared as much for the military as they did. That's like, then fine. Then I guess we can all agree that the military gets free advertising, and with all that money you guys make, as much as you support the troops, let's open up your books and see how much you're putting into all the programs and the cares for veterans when they come home and everything else. I think a lot of it just comes down to people not like being told no when they tell them to do something.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
and that being said, there's people out there that are like, oh, Kaepernick was a shitty,
QB.
He was on the way out anyways, and this was his last big hurrah and everything else. And it's like, well, great. Then at least he knew what was going on, and he used the last of his spotlight.
Yeah, he definitely got so much publicity for doing nothing but just kneeling.
Yeah.
So crazy. Not even on his plays.
And I think the whole kneeling thing, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong on this, the kneeling started because originally he was sitting. He was sitting for the national anthem.
Yeah, I don't even know how it started.
And then someone, I think it was a veteran, had told him, like, well, if you don't want to stand and you still want to do your thing, then go ahead, take a knee.
Oh, no kidding.
So it went from, we'll have to, I'm sure someone out there who's listening to this is just cursing in their car. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and you're right, I don't.
Yeah,
but,
I am stupid when it comes to politics.
That's what this stuff is for, because now I'll leave here today and I'll go and try and learn about things I didn't know, like, Kaepernick and whether he's standing or kneeling and why my friend's losing his fucking hair and has the penis that looks like a worm. Like, I want to learn about this shit. And how come he thinks herpes is jock itch? I need to figure out what's going on out there. But that's, if this podcast only helps one person get smarter and that person is me, then I feel like we've accomplished something here.
I hate you.
I know. Why do we do this to ourselves? You probably felt good about yourself all week. You went out. You had a vacation with the girl. You didn't DJ any friggin' quinceañeras this weekend, right?
No.
But you're like me, dude. When you're on vacation and you're not working or getting paid to be somewhere, you're looking at the hotel bill going, oh, man, I got to actually pay for this out of my pocket?
Yeah.
I'm not making money this weekend?
I even texted her, are there any comedy clubs out here? I was like, no comedy clubs.
No, I told you Jackie Knights.
I know, but the part of me like, no, don't go.
Oh, okay.
Don't go yet.
Yeah.
So,
but
well, I think that we come to an end. We went OT on tonight's show on episode 31, but it's all good.
That's good. We've been cutting it short on a couple.
Yeah.
Plus, we had some in-depth discussions about things that I feel like hit close to home. Like people out there with weird penises, like Kermit. You can feel a little better about yourself.
It's not weird, man.
Dude, you said you don't even look at it after sex.
It just looks like a fun one.
You treat your penis like a hooker. You're like, just go. Leave. I can't make eye contact right now. We did what we did. Can we not talk about it?
Can we end this episode already?
All right, we will end this episode. So, just to recap, I don't know, we're not
just to recap.
Just to recap.
Okay.
If we happen to post this tomorrow, you can get free tickets to my show tomorrow night at Off the Hook Comedy. I'm headlining. Go to offthehook.com. Use the passcode MM18. There's about 10 or 20 available free tickets. You can go ahead and get those. The rest of the week, I'll be there with Mark Curry from
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I can't wait. I've never worked with him. I've never worked with him. A couple of my comedian buddies said they've worked with him. He's a really cool guy. So I'm looking forward to it. Where are you at this weekend, man?
Nowhere.
Going back to St. Augustine?
No.
You going to go to a BooBy bar?
I wouldn't mind going to a BooBy bar.
Would your girl let you go to a BooBy bar?
I don't think she would care.
No?
I know. I haven't put her to that test yet.
Here's your homework for tonight.
I have no interest, though.
In a BooBy bar?
No.
Why? You don't like boobies?
I like boobies, but like everything that you could see there, I can just find on the internet. It's just like, internet has ruined a lot for like the imagination kind of deal.
That's a good point.
And just like, man, why? It's right there. I don't need, I could save $50, $20, 30. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it gets expensive.
It gets expensive. So I was like, I'm good. And I don't want to pay a girl's tuition, whatever, books for college.
Yeah, because they're all going to medical school.
Or her kid. Okay, I don't want to pay for her kid's lunch for the week.
Oh,
screw that.
They gotta feed their kids, man.
No, I gotta feed myself, man.
Yeah, you gotta save that money for a baby.
No baby.
Oh, dude, I can't even imagine if you and her have to have a baby shower after doing that other baby shower. She won't even care. She'll do her baby shower at like Chili's.
Chuck E. Cheese, man.
Yeah.
Just knock it out.
Oh, dude, no. If you don't want to have kids, go to Chuck E. Cheese now and be like, yeah, we're not doing this shit.
Yeah, no, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. I know exactly.
Yeah.
The nightmare that goes in there.
Yeah.
Well, this is episode 31, the Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you guys next week. We're probably going to be doing it somewhere else. I'll talk to you off air, but we're probably going to be filming from the Improv. I don't know when.
Filming or recording?
Recording. Filming. Filming, recording, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking it on the road.
Oh, did I tell you? A friend of ours hit me up before we get out of here just to give you a preview of what may come because we got the board working. You got the board working now, so we can do more
And I got the
mics.
wires.
Oh, nice. A mutual friend of ours hit me up and said, hey, I have a friend who is a dominatrix and wants to be on your show.
Guy or girl?
Girl. And I said, well, the reason I bring it up now is because I'm like, well, since we film at Kermit's, that's probably not going to happen.
Wait, how did that how did that even happen? What do you mean? She listens to our show?
I guess. Literally, I was sitting there and a message popped up from a mutual friend that said, hey, I have a friend that's a dominatrix and she would like to be on the Obligatory Podcast.
She would like, she's like, hey, I like this guy's show.
Yeah.
I want to be on their show.
And that could be someone interesting to talk to. Maybe she could help you get over your weird penis issues.
I don't have an issue with it.
The way you just tensed up when I brought it up.
I don't have an issue with it.
Dude, your whole body went like all this. You went all Stephen Hawkins, dude. There's obviously some tension.
I have no tension.
You know that stress can be
very
causing
relaxed.
hair loss.
I'm very
Woosah.
I'm very relaxed.
Just relaxed.
I'm very relaxed.
Just relaxed.
Are you beating off into the mic? What is that?
No, that's the you introduced me to this stuff. What is it? The ASR
ASP, whatever. That does nothing for my relaxation.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
that's it. Let's get out of here. Let's get you home. You gotta drive to Fort Myers or wherever the hell.
God damn it.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. See you guys next week. Talk to you later. Find us on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and Podbean, of course. And thank you for these toggles, for these magnets. These are awesome, man. Kick ass. Yeah. Oh.
All right.
And if you want one of these, find us at one of our shows. You can get one there.
Yep.
All right. Later.
Take care.